Welcome to the Flow Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:57 p.m. that is Central Time, and today is October 29th. We've had quite a bit of movement in the markets today. So, in early trading, Nvidia popped on the upside and hit a valuation of 5 trillion. So, that is a big number. And then in the aftermarket, we've had earnings from both Alphabet and Microsoft, and also Meta. So a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, you had Alphabet, which really uh, outperformed. So the share popped on the upside immediately after the earnings on strong growth in their cloud offering. Uh, then Microsoft did better than its estimate, but not quite as good as the market was hoping for, so the share was down a bit. And then we had Meta, which also beat on revenue, but has got a lot of spending that it's got lined up, and maybe so much spending that investors are a little bit fearful. But then we also had the Fed meeting, and we have Jerome Powell saying, I think, two rather important things. One was that uh, they are not quite at the point where they are going to paint a picture of another rate cut in December. They're not willing to make a decision about it right now. And the other was that he didn't think that AI is a bubble. And this is, I think, a big question that is popping up around the place about whether AI is in a mania or not. But I think we can certainly answer that question in the affirmative. But it's just not that any two bubbles are exactly the same. And this one is a little bit different from those we've seen in the past. That's to be expected. What we also saw today is that Bitcoin is down $1,400 and Ethereum was down 30. So that's a rather interesting environment here where we still have a pretty strong stock market environment, but Bitcoin is struggling to gain momentum. Then we had a significant jump in treasury yields. Both the 10-year and the 2-year were up 10 basis points. And now testing the succession of lower rally highs on the 2-year and back above the 4% level on the 10-year. So we've got quite a lot going on in the bond markets, and then the dollar was a little bit firmer as well, which took some of the wind out of gold, which at one point was up over 4,000 and